And welcome into a fun-filled edition of Hey Coach. We're going to talk about girls basketball with Coach Forrest. We have boys basketball with Coach Duease. And then Coach Davis kind of has a big ball game this Friday night. So we'll talk with him at the end and see how the Patriots and the Raiders tie up this Friday night at 7 o'clock. But we're going to look at the forecast of girls basketball. You start off East Rankin. You play the hard schedule Madison Madness. You go up to Tishomingo. We play in Tupelo against Tishomingo County. And for all you that watched that game, it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think it was, you had a lead at the end of the first quarter. It was tied at halftime. You had a lead going into the fourth quarter and then lose 53-51. But as you said in the last week's edition of Hey Coach, that's a top 5 team. So it's kind of a good measuring stick of where y'all are.
Yeah, they're a good team. Top 5 team with the top 1 or 2 recruit in the state of Mississippi.
Right.
We played extremely hard. It was probably the best game we'd played so far. We just unfortunately at the end of the ball game we couldn't finish. Yeah. We beat them in every statistical category all the way down except free throw shooting. And we had a chance right there at the end, not because of the free throw shooting. We had a couple opportunities other than that. That was just one of the opportunities we had there. But, we missed several easy shots late in the ball game. We had several key turnovers in tough situations. And we still had a chance to win late in the ball game. The girls played really good. We out-rebounded them. We had less turnovers. We beat them in defensive shooting. Field goal percentages, we held them lower. We shot the ball, according to the stats, we actually shot the ball fairly well. We got to the rim the second half. We just couldn't quite finish, which you play those games so that down the stretch when you're playing in tight situations like in the overall finals or in the state finals, that hopefully that you learn from that and you can finish in those situations. And, yes, we lost by 2, but I think we picked up a lot from it. I think we learned a lot from it, and hopefully we'll build from that because we've got a couple of huge games coming up that, hopefully we'll be able to see if we learn from it, because we've got some big ones coming up in the next 2 weeks that is going to take our best game in order to win.
So when you look at, we went through the statistical categories of free throw shooting, rebounding, offensive rebounds, defensive boards, turnover margin, I guess, if you will. But it's also, what is the 2 things that I know every coach hangs their hat on in the boys' locker room? I know there's rebound, and then it's free throw shooting. The free throws, those are supposed to be easy 15-foot, you're not even guarded shots. Everybody knows that's probably one of the most difficult shots because you're by yourself on the free throw line. But what do you look for? Maybe there's 2 or 3 in that category. You're like, if we do this, this, and this tonight, I know we have a chance to win.
Well, before every ball game we talk about it. One, we want to win the rebounding battle, which with this team I have this year, we're not as big inside overall, but we are long, but we don't rebound as well as we did last year. With that being said, we don't turn the ball over as much as we did last year. So one of the things we talk about before every ball game is rebounding, win the rebounding battle, and the second one is hold the other team to their shooting percentage, below 30%. And typically when we do that, we win the ball game. And I know you say 30%, that's really holding them, pretty low. Yeah. Well, that's typically a pretty good gauge. The last 2 overalls we've won, we've held the opponent under 30% shooting. And if we go back and look at the ball games we've played and lost, we typically hold the opponents to under 30% shooting. Yeah. We did not hold Tishomingo County to under 30% shooting.
Typically that means that you're not letting them get in the paint. They're having to take outside shots, those low percentage shots, and
that's right. But where it didn't balance out this time, we shot better than them. Mm-hmm. We held them to a lower shooting percentage. We out-rebounded them, but we left. We were 3 for 9 from the free throw line, so we left some points on the board there. But we also left some points on the board on easy layup shots,
like putbacks,
and putbacks and just layups, driving layups. And I tell you a big thing in this ball game. I don't see it a lot, but they took 6 trips to the free throw line on and ones. We fouled them on made shots 6 times.
Wow.
And that hurt us. You know, if you're going to foul, let's foul to where they can't get the shot off. But we were late getting there, or we were in the wrong spot, or we just weren't aggressive or physical enough. And that affected us. And like I said, that's one of the things I hope we learn from. You know, don't put them on the line soft. Right. Make them earn it. If they're going to shoot it and you're going to foul, make sure they don't get it off. And I'm hoping we'll build on that, and I believe we will. Overall, like I said, we played a pretty good ball game. Yeah. We played well enough to beat anybody we had already played. We just couldn't quite finish against probably the best team that we had played so far.
Right. You look ahead, we've talked about it in my office just a little bit, but you played Kirk last night. And easy, one of those games, hey, let's get back on track. You need some of those games to where, hey, let's work on what we have to do to get better, whether it's that rebounding, it's the free throw percentage, it's those things that you had just alluded to. But then you get past Kirk, you play Bayou tonight, and then there's a stretch. Choctaw Central, League Central.
Yeah,
the list goes on.
You know, we play those two. League Central's kind of an unknown. We're not real sure about them. We know they have a really nice basketball area down there. We know their boys program's pretty good. They played our boys this summer. Mm-hmm. Don't know a whole lot about their girls. Then we turn around on Thursday of next week and play Choctaw Central. Perennial powerhouse. You know, they're going to win the state championship in 4A 4 out of the next 10 years probably. Yeah. And then we go to Thanksgiving break and we come back and play Hancock County, always at the big house. That's on Monday. Then we come back and play Biloxi on Tuesday, and they were the #1 team in Mississippi the last 2 years. Unfortunately, they did not win the state championship. Tupelo had beaten them the last 2 years, but they're the #1 team in the state of Mississippi again this year. We come back after Thanksgiving and play JA, Park Lane, and Brookhaven.
I'm looking at
so
the
stretch is coming. You know, it's Murderer's Row. But I think we're ready for it. I think we're excited about it, and you know, we're continuing to work hard, and I think we're building on things, and I think we're getting better and better.
Yeah, you start looking at. We talked about the preseason, and then you have the after Christmas, and you get into the postseason. Sounds like the before Christmas schedule is setting you up for that postseason schedule as you look for.
There's no
late
doubt.
February run.
I really believe that this, since I've been here in 24 years, is our toughest schedule all the way around.
I've been here 15, I'll agree with you.
It's certainly our toughest up until Christmas, or up until the conference schedule, because not only then we go to Memphis and play in the Collierville tournament, and we always run into some big bad wolves up there as well. Right. And, you know, we'll play some great competition. We'll play some average competition up there, but if you keep winning, you run into somebody that's really good up there, and it's only going to make us better down the stretch. Typically, we see we start hitting our peak, you know, sometime around the middle of January, and I think it's because of the trips we take during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else before I let you go?
Well, do we want to talk about one of our young ladies who has had the opportunity to?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Well, Presley Hughes committed to West Florida this week, and you know, that's a Division II school down in Pensacola. Real excited for her. She had a great summer. She was offered by many schools, both in Mississippi, Tennessee, as far as Arkansas, I think Georgia, Florida. She had several NAIA and D2 offers, and she narrowed it down, and she has chosen to go to West Florida and Pensacola.
Play for the Argonauts.
And play down there in a great area with a great program, and we're really excited about her. And she's going to have a great year. She's worked hard, and I think she's going to have a great senior season, and I'm sure she's looking forward to the next 4 years.
Yeah, I'm seeing a trend. So the last 3 female athletes that have played for you have gone to Florida to play collegiate athletics. You look at Cam, and you look at Fallon, they went to North Florida, and now Presley's going to West Florida. There's something about the warmer weather.
I mean, if you're a teenage young lady and you can go off and play sports and also get 4 years of beach time,
that's right.
You know, what more can you ask for?
That's right.
So, you know, I'm excited for her, and I think she'll do great, and I know she's looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. And for those that are wondering when signing day, we just finalized that December 11th at 10:33 a.m. That's a Thursday in Duease Hall. We will have signing day for her and a couple more of our student athletes who are continuing their academic and athletic careers at institutions. So stay tuned for more information as that comes out. But December 11th, at 10:33 in Duease Hall will be signing day for her and a couple of those. So congratulations to Presley. Congratulations to you as you continue through this season, and we will talk to Coach Force next week and see how that whole swing went with Bayou and all those other teams. So stay tuned for more from Hey Coach.
Gumbo is a quintessential Louisiana dish, right? Our gumbo's just got tremendous flavor. It's about quality. If you skip any part of the process, you'll definitely get called out for it, and we just don't do that. Of course, we have salt and pepper shakers on every table, but rarely do we see someone pick them up. If you're gonna do a gumbo, you better do it the right way.
Your smile. It's how you share your truest feelings, your dreams, yourself with the world. And at the Winning Smile, your smile is our passion. That's why we offer in-house financing options, convenient appointment times, and personalized treatment plans to help keep you healthy and discover your confidence to unleash your best smile. Learn more at thewinningsmile.com.
From small-town courtrooms to the Mississippi Supreme Court, our attorneys have over 60 years' experience litigating cases all across Mississippi. The odds say you'll need an attorney at some point, and when you do, you can have the home field advantage with your hometown lawyers right around the corner from MRA. Gladden and Ingram, attorneys at law.
And welcome into segment 2 of Hey Coach. I'm here with Coach Davis. You took a hiatus from us last week. Had some conference meetings to go to.
Yeah, a few meetings, a few meetings, tough to get back.
So everybody's talking about this game tomorrow night. The Raiders come to town. The first time or last time you played them, there was a 35-24 victory by the Patriots at the Brickyard. How has it been? I know you've had a bye week, and now you're coming into this game. Pack stands, semifinals. Winner goes to state championship. What are some things you've done in preparation for this week leading up to this?
Well, obviously we've asked some things schematically, but more importantly, we're just trying to continue to get better fundamentally. Get better and do the basics, and then at the same time, having the off weeks, we've tried to prep ourselves with the speed of the game and physicality a little bit, with just every now and then revving it up in practice with our guys too. So at the same time, trying to stay healthy.
Right.
So it's been a good little, mix of trying to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that to maintain those things.
The weather was kind of unkind to us earlier this week. I know y'all normally have a regimented days of practice that you go. Did you alter anything? Did you do anything different this week, or is it business as usual?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd get much productivity out of a 24-degree wind chill factor on Tuesday morning, so we went Tuesday afternoon. But other than that, it was steady as she goes.
Good, good. As we look toward this game, there's a lot of games that have happened in between from the last time that y'all played. Not getting into the schematics and stuff like that, where have you seen JA improve from the last time you played them until now?
That's kind of hard to see because we really hadn't played anybody, so it's kind of really hard to say. I expect them to make some changes, a little bit schematically, but also, they may, like Hartfield, I can see them going with some of their bigger guys and loading up front, trying to
bring pressure, maybe a little
bring
bit
more pressure and stop the run or whatever. But but it's hard to tell. Everybody's kind of been blah the last few weeks. It's kind of hard to tell anything schematically. So,
how about your guys?
The thing that I liked about our guys is Yeah, we didn't have the big schedule either. None of us have. But one thing we did is we executed. We were crisp.
Yes.
We executed. I know, we've been able to run the ball when we wanted to, played good defense, special teams did well. Stockett's almost flawless. I think he was 11 for 11 against BA, and I don't know, 8 for 10 against Simpson.
Doing what he was supposed to.
Yeah. So we at least ran great routes and threw the ball well and executed, except for a play or two here and there. So hopefully we can continue to take that into it. We need to play well. We didn't play well first half last time offensively. Defense really pulled us through that first half, and then
that's right. You had the fumble recovery for a touchdown, and then
we moved the ball, but we sputtered at the 35 one time and at the 25 the next time, and then we took it down the next time and fumbled on the 1. So we did not really execute really well the first half the last time. So we've got to, we can't do that.
Yeah.
We got to come out and play 4 quarters.
What's been the message this week? As I'm going back in the 2-year file of, hey, these guys that are seniors were sophomores, had a chance, didn't happen. Last year they were juniors, didn't happen, and we're right there, the nearest margin. Has it been, hey, we're making it this year? Is, hey, it's one day, let's get it better each day, which I think that's what it is. But is there any added pressure?
It's always been about us just getting better. But this week's message was, and you've heard me talk about it before, was, David didn't go fight Goliath with Saul's armor and sword. He went and fought with his slingshot.
Right.
And the grace of the Lord. And so we just talked about he did that because he believed God was going to help him, but he also did it because he was confident. That's what he was used to. So we want to kind of go in and do what we do, do what we're used to and execute what we're used to, have confidence in each other and what we do to be able to get to where we at, to the way we won the big games early in the season. The word from day one this summer has been execution. You can have great players, you can have this, you can have that, but if you don't execute, and we just felt like the last year, the reason we went home early was because we did not execute in this game right here at home a year ago. So,
good thoughts on that. As we look, and I know it's been climb the ladder, climb the ladder, climb the ladder. Has it paid off of playing the front end of the schedule to be revved up, and then you were worried about the last part of are we going to execute? You've already alluded to that we executed, and we were crisp. How's it been this week?
Well, we did that, but again, you didn't play the level and the speed of the game's not the same. However, it's been the same for everybody. I mean, and not just Jay, not just us. It's the same for everybody. So
what about this week
at
of
least we
practice?
did play Park Lane. But,
but what about this week of practice? I mean,
I thought during those weeks we did good, but we didn't really elevate like I wanted to. But this week's been on cue. I mean. Good. We got folks looking me in the eyes and saying, yes, sir. And so our effort and focus has been great. And we've actually done some improvement this week a little bit too. So
I'm out there watching a little bit of practice with us, starting to run some guys with track and field. I'm getting a peek at some practice, and there's a little
it is. It's a little pep in our
playoff
step.
atmosphere.
And I'll be honest with you too. I'll tell you one thing we have gotten better. Our defense has gotten better. I'm looking forward to them tomorrow night, hopefully being able to see the fruits of their labor, because I think they have gotten a lot better since the last time we played JA. And
because the last
time
I'm looking at the last time you played them and how long ago that was as we search back on that. But it's one of those things where I'm thinking
we played before Catholic.
Yeah.
So that's been 5, 6, 7 weeks ago. So.
A lot of football's been played.
Yeah, it is, and you've seen it several times in our league. I know the prep teams used to do it. I know we've done it, but the great teams rise to the top at the end and be able to play together and execute. And our guys are obviously capable of that. We just got to do it. We did not do that last year. We did not do it 2 years ago. So
right. As we're about to let you go, I know you got a lot of film to watch still. 2 keys to victory. As we look at the first time versus the second time, what are 2 keys to victory?
Well, obviously the one thing that'll get all of us beat is turnovers. We got to control the ball and not turn it over and do a good job there. And then we got to be physical. We got to be very physical up front and control the line of scrimmage. because they're really good up front, so we got to do a good job with that. Again, not the first time we played a really good defensive front this year, but at the same time, we've got to be able to control that.
That's right.
I'll throw a third one in there. We got to find. We did a good job last time. Find a way to get some explosive plays.
Yeah.
We got to be able to find that. So it's all about the explosive plays. Us not giving them up.
Right.
And us trying to make some. And
if I were to add one,
special teams. Special teams last time, they returned a kick. We blocked the punt. So for both teams, got some rewards on special teams. So who will make the most this time? So that's those. Hey. It's cliche, but it's a three-phase game, and we got to be great in all three if we're going to beat a really good football team. And Jay's a really good football team.
They are. The one that I would circle, that you haven't mentioned, I would say contain that quarterback.
No doubt. Yeah, we got to do a good job with him, better than we did last time.
Right.
I think we got to do that. We got to take the easy throws away from him. Right. He had a lot of easy throws, and then he scrambled around and made some easy throws. So that's going to be a big deal.
Okay. We're going to let you get back to watching film. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Hey Coach, and best of luck to you tomorrow night.
Amen.
Stay tuned as Coach Richard Duease joins us and talks boys basketball and their win 2 nights ago versus Kirk Academy, and look back at the season opener. Stay tuned for more from Hey Coach.
At Watkins Construction and Roofing, football is more than just a sport. It's teamwork meets community. And supporting our local teams is just another way we give back. So don't let a leak sneak through your defense. Call the professionals that know how to tackle a leak and protect your home field. Watkins Construction and Roofing. Trust, the beginning of what we build.
Ely's is a proud sponsor of MRA Patriot Athletics. Come try our USDA Prime New York Strip, bone-in filet, New England scallops, or sautéed Gulf crab claws. Ely's also offers an extensive wine list and bar selections. Ely's, upstairs on Jackson Street in Ridgeland. Good luck, Patriots. Boulware Vassar Orthodontics are specialists in creating beautiful smiles for kids and adults with 3 locations in the greater Jackson area. Our orthodontists are experienced, caring, and along with our friendly staff are waiting to align your bite, transform your smile, and boost your self-confidence with multiple treatment options including Invisalign and tooth-colored braces. With 3 offices in Lakeland, Ridgeland, and Clinton, contact Boulware Vassar Orthodontics today.
Dean Architecture, an award-winning architectural firm offering professional services of architecture, planning, and interior design. We are proud to be working with MRA on the new tennis complex and performing arts practice facility. We are excited about our current and completed projects, including the Gluckstadt Police Station, soon to be under construction Hines School of Nursing, Bridle Path, and the Baptist Medical Office Building for Jackson Eye Associates and Mississippi Retina. For leading-edge design and personalized services for your next building project, call Dean Architecture, your architect and proud supporters of MRA Athletics.
And welcome into the final segment of Hey Coach. Coach Duease, 2 games in the books, 2-0. And then you play a team tonight in Bayou Academy. Mm-hmm. But before we talk about that, let's go back to Christ Covenant's win. And then 2 nights ago you played Kirk Academy. Talk about those 2 wins and what you're seeing, because you don't have your full team yet. Those guys are still playing Friday Night Lights. What have you seen from your guys right now that have been with you this summer?
John, really what I thought, we played with a lot of effort. We've got some, the first game we started 4 sophomores. Wow. And a junior, and against a team, Christ Covenant, that had all 5 starters back, and they're all juniors, 5 juniors, and really 3 excellent players. Right. But I thought our guys got up in their grill, and I think at one point when I subbed out, we had them 47-17.
You did.
And, but they have a nice team, but I thought our guys handled their stuff pretty good. I thought we played aggressive. We had a few breakdowns, but first game, we didn't have a scrimmage game to,
Right.
So that was really our scrimmage game as well as our first game. But, I'll take that result with what we had.
Absolutely. Then you go to Kirk Academy 2 nights ago, 54-15, one of those type games. I watched a little bit of it on the stream and then Watched the back part of it. This morning.
Yeah, we had them 35 at before halftime, and the first group only played about, they played about 10 minutes total.
Yeah.
And I think Dampier had 5 points, but I tell you, these same guys are stepping up. That even when the football players get back, Caden Harvey and Aiden Thompson and Zay Carr and Damp and even Bowen's had some good moments, and BB's had some good moments, and I tell you who really hustles is Dylan, Dylan's going to work himself into some playing time, and simply because of effort.
Yeah, I go back and we talked about it last week about I peeked in the gym, and it seems like it's hey, we're getting after it.
Yeah.
After it, like it's almost like Junction Boys for basketball when you were having them out here running the mile and all that stuff. You're seeing that pay off right now.
Yeah.
In the hustle and the effort. The one that stood out to me the most in the Christ Covenant game is Caden Harvey, who he looked like a senior out there. Was very comfortable, was very fluid with distributing the basketball, and then Damp did what Damp does. But also, you saw Aiden Thompson come in and I think it's from the level that you expect from the summer and summer ball to now. So as we look forward to the schedule, you have Bayou Academy tonight, and then you have Kirk again, but then November 20th, Choctaw Central.
Well, before that, we have League Central.
That's right.
The night after Kirk.
That's it.
League Central's probably better than Choctaw Central.
Oh, wow.
And they're very good team. I mean, I watched them this summer at camp. They're really tough. J.A. played them, and they gave J.A. everything they wanted. And, I just don't want us to get a false sense of security about the two games we've played.
Right.
And Bayou tonight, they have all their starters back,
Right.
So they beat Kirk 65-20. So, I mean, they're going to have two really good players, and then, we just got to make sure that we take care of our business and then, get past Grenada on Monday and be ready for League Central and Choctaw Central.
Yeah, what I like here with your young team is there's 5 home games in a row.
Yeah.
That has to be a blessing for your guys of being comfortable with the gym and knowing the environment rather than going on the road, doing all that stuff. The girls went to Tupelo, but they have a veteran team. You're coming in with 4 sophomores and a junior.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk.
You're right. I mean, in scheduling worked out for us.
Yeah.
If we're going to play League Central, we need to play them at home right now. But without our football guys, they're going to have everyone.
Right.
Choctaw Central's going to have probably everyone.
St. Thomas More in the.
Well, and Jim Hill. So it's there.
It sounds like you and Coach Force do this to set up for the overall and making that run at the end. So there's almost 3 seasons of we're going to go pre-football guys to Christmas. Christmas is our own deal. Then we have conference, and then we have tournament time.
Yeah.
In your years here, how has that come to your advantage? Obviously, without playing the weaker teams, I guess you would say, but it's just you play the tough teams, you kind of test your oil, see where you are, you get better, and then it equates to the overall.
Well, I guess this is my 44th year here. We've never gone undefeated. I mean, we've lost some games.
You did go 28-0 2 years ago, I believe, to start the season, or 3 years ago. There was that
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't go undefeated.
That's right. That's right. It's almost unheard of though in basketball.
Preps had a couple that did that, and but we just, I like to extend ourselves to it. We need to take a tail kicking every once in a while,
Right.
To get ourselves back and look, what better way to go play Loyola of Los Angeles? I mean, and schools like that. I mean, Bishop Gorman out of Vegas. I mean, we've played them. We've played, so. But that's the stories and that's the games that they remember. And,
Right.
It's not the Grenada, Kirks, and the others that they remember. It's those good games, and we've got some really nice games this year.
You do.
In Oxford, Alabama, and Columbus High, and
I mean, it's
a number of them, you know. So we're gonna have all
Zachary,
we want.
Brother Martin.
Brother Martin.
I mean,
Zachary,
the list goes on.
Yep. So it's gonna be fun.
Well, I asked Coach Forrest the same question, and I'll ask you this one too, is when you look at the stats of basketball, and I went in your locker room and saw on the board some keys to victory, and the big one, I think, is rebounding, defensive and offensive rebounding, the putbacks on the offensive board, the second chance points, but then free throw percentage. When that free throw, do those two maybe add one or take one away? Where do you look for keys to victory when you're in the huddle?
There are some certain keys. One, you have to get more offensive rebounds than the other team. I mean, you have to make more inside shots, and because of offensive rebounds, you're going to get more inside shots.
Right.
Then, on the contrast, you need to make more threes than the other team.
That's right.
So you say, well, how can you make more threes and then make more inside? Well, the offensive rebound keys that.
Right.
Then your free throw percentage has to be the best. You have to win that free throw percentage.
Yeah.
And because of offensive rebounds and because of taking it to the hole, you're going to get fouled more. You know, so you're going to have more opportunities there. I think of the two games that we've had, our free throw shooting has been the worst thing we've done so far.
Wow. What about fast break points? Because I know you like to push the envelope.
Yeah.
Like the Florida Gulf Coast of many years ago, you push the envelope. Does that come into your equation in boys basketball?
Well, John, I told Harper yesterday, my definition of a perfect basketball game is never having to set up.
Oh, wow.
Never set up and have to run a play. That you're always pushing.
And in transition.
And offensively and defensively. You know, and because you're beating them to angles. You know, basketball is a game of angles. And you try to beat them to the best spot, and then you get to the rim, you know, or you get to that open shot, or you drive it, make them take you, and you pitch, and Caden Harvey hits a three.
Right.
You know, or Will Bezot or Jack Dalton hits a three, you know. So that's that's an ideal situation. It doesn't happen. I don't know if it's ever happened, but to me, that's a perfect game.
Yeah, it's fun basketball to watch when they're in.
It is.
The flow of it. And
Yeah.
when you set up for a play, that's when you need that shot clock to get it back going again.
When you find yourself having this set up all the time, you're probably getting beat.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. And, you know, and then the 35-second shot clock, you know, I think that it can add a lot to the game, and hopefully it will take not too long from now.
Yeah. Anything else before I let you go?
You know, just get all of our kids out to support. You know, I know it's hard. It's still football season, but, man, it makes a big difference when our students at the games and parents at the game, and it just makes it for a lot more fun.
They got 5 chances. They got tonight. So if you're watching, get onto the gym. The MAIS plays Bayou Academy. You can catch the boys' action at 7:45. They're watching this at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
We can come to the gym. And then you got 4 more opportunities as we go through with Leak Central. You have Kirk, you have Choctaw Central, you have St. Thomas More coming November 25th for that.
Well, we also have Jim Hill coming on the 24th.
And Jim Hill. I mean, there's so many options. So get out and support these basketball teams as football's coming to a close. Get in that gym. It's cold outside, but there's a reason that you and Coach Forrest picked the climate control. There's always good weather in the gym.
44 years ago, John, I quit coaching football for 2 reasons. One, I hated two-a-days. I hated, back then it was awful. I hated two-a-days, and I hated cold weather. So that's why I got out. Coach Carlisle tried to get me back in football when he came, and I said, Coach, you don't have enough money to get me back out there. I love watching football, but I'm through coaching.
There's something about that climate control.
Woo!
When you can set that thermostat of 68 and be nice and comfortable inside Duease Hall. Coach Duease, thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Hey Coach. Be sure to come out to the gym tonight. Watch the Lady Pats at 6:30. Boys tip off at 7:45. They take on Bayou. We'd love to see you here at the gym. For this week, Coach Duease and Coach Forrest and Coach Davis, thanks for joining me in this week's edition of Hey Coach. See you next week.